If you're feeling really tight through the shoulders, through the hips, the hamstrings, and just looking to get a good quick stretch in, this is for you. Hey friend, welcome back to Wild Coast Pilates. My name is Danny. We are on the Hawaiian First Nations beautiful ancestral territories in Vancouver Island today, and we're going to do a deep restorative stretch session using a yoga strap. If you don't have a strap, you can even use a belt, a towel, honestly, whatever you've got handy, and we're just going to open everything up and release a little bit of tension. When you're ready, grab some water, throw on your favorite playlist, meet me on your mat. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. We'll just place our strap off to the side for a moment here. We're just going to come up onto our knees and we're going to place our left foot in front. So my ankle is stacked directly beneath my knee, and with this back hip, I'm just ensuring I'm not twisted to the side. I'm gently drawing it forward. I'm going to very, very slightly scoop my pubic bone forward. Inhale, draw the belly button up towards the back of the heart space. Beautiful. We're just going to hold it here for a moment. Do some gentle forward and back movement. Just opening our hips. Beautiful. Think of lengthening through the crown of the head. Something I like to say in my in-person classes. Imagine when you're a kid and you've got your bubble gum and you're pulling it out and you're stretching it long. I like to think of that as what I'm doing with my spine. So I'm lengthening and opening space between the vertebrae. Beautiful. From here, let's gently hinge it forward. Reach the arms up to the sky. Cactus the elbows and gently puff the chest up. Beautiful. Exhale. I'm going to slightly hinge it forward, lengthen and reach it up. So arms are up by my ears. Crown of my head is diagonally up. This right hip is stacked over the right knee. It's not going to the side. Inhale forward. Keeping that gentle scoop of the pubic bone. Exhale up. Keeping a soft bend in this front knee, trying to drag my mat towards me. Inhale forward. Exhale up. So find your own rhythm, following your breath. You don't have to follow me. Of course, when I'm teaching, when I'm explaining, sometimes it's a challenge to keep up with the breath and explain all the stuff. So you just find your rhythm. I like to think of your breath as being your internal metronome. Gorgeous. From here, we're going to come back forward. We're going to grab onto our strap. I'm going to get this hair off my arm. So as we come forward, we're going to reach our arms up and back. So we're just going to do some shoulder flossing. Now you might need to adjust your hands on your device however you need to be able to come all the way back and all the way forward. So my rule of thumb here is you never want to push through any discomfort or any pain. Sharp feelings in our joints are not what we're going for. We're just trying to open through the chest. Think of maybe drawing the shoulder blades away from the earlobes, maybe connecting them to each other behind your back. I like to imagine a shoelace connecting the two shoulder blades and just trying to shorten that shoelace ever so slightly, just to keep my shoulder blades gently engaged. Keeping that gentle scoop of that pubic bone slightly upward so you're feeling that nice stretch through that back hip. Good. Let's do one more. Excellent work. And then from here, we're going to slowly hinge it back. Just put that strap off to the side here. And we'll hold it here for a moment. So place your hands on the ground. And of course, if the floor feels like it's really far away for you, you can always put some yoga blocks under your hand. But let's focus on keeping alignment with this back knee, with our hip. Soft bend. Gently pull the toes to you. And imagine you're pulling your mat towards you just to get a bit of hamstring engagement. Beautiful work. And come on up. We're going to do our other side. We're going to step it forward. Inhale, reach it up to the sky. Gentle little back bend. Cactus the elbows. Shine your beautiful heart to the sky. And as we exhale, slowly hinge it forward. Beautiful. Inhale up. and back. You guys, this place is so beautiful. It's hard to not be distracted by the beauty that abounds here. It is such an incredible place. I feel so, so, so grateful to live on Vancouver Island, and so grateful to the First Nations who were here before colonialism for maintaining the land, putting all their good energy, their good medicine into it. Gorgeous. Let's do a couple more. Last one here. Beauty. From here, we're going to come back forward. We're going to grab that strap. So let's make sure that our front knee is stacked over the ankle, and keep the knee in line with your second toe. That's the one that's right next to your big toe. So just adjust as you need to. Gently tuck that pubic bone ever so slightly forward, just so you feel that engagement through the back hip. And with this hip, make sure we're not twisted. We are pulling it forward. Same, but different. Reach it up. Gently bring it back. Beautiful. And of course, we just listen to our bodies, taking a moment for a little bit of awareness, drawing the belly button away from the waistline of the pants, and growing long and tall through the crown of the head. Imagining you're creating space between each of your vertebrae. And I personally like to also add just a gentle, gentle lift of my pelvic floor. So I'm not going for a full Kegel contraction, but if you imagine you had a little blueberry in your pelvic openings, so the opening of your vagina, or if you're a man, if you imagine you're pulling your bits up out of cold water, whatever makes the most sense. But you're just gently drawing everything up and in. Another way you can think about this is imagine you're in the middle of going to the washroom and you want to stop everything from coming out, but not 100%. So it's like, I know it's kind of a weird analogy, but only 10 to 30%. So just gentle, gentle lift of that pelvic floor. I find when I engage that pelvic floor and lightly lift it up, it just helps me find my balance a bit more. And it's part of our core muscles, of course. Let's do one more. Maybe you want to adjust your strap ever so slightly. Beautiful. And then from here, we're just going to hinge it back, finding some length through the crown of the head. Now let's make sure we're lifting our tailbone gently. So what we don't want is to be rounded through the low back. We want to lengthen the low back, soft bend in the knee, continuing to engage through the belly. Gorgeous. Just taking some slow, deep breaths. And we gently release. Perfect. So from here, let's have a lay on our back. We're going to take our strap, we're going to place it over our right foot. Now our left leg is nice and long, big toe, kneecap point to the sky. And from here, I'm going to make sure my pelvis stays stable on the mat, so I'm not going to rock it side to side. It's just my leg that's going to wave like a cute little flag. Good work. Keeping a very soft bend in that knee if you need to. We don't want to feel any tension or pulling in the back of the knee. We want to feel it in our hamstring here. Gorgeous. I like to have my left arm on the floor just to stabilize. Maybe you want to switch your hand, whatever feels best for you. Or maybe if your balance and your core control feels really on point today, you can even place both hands on your strap, but just making sure that you're anchoring both of your hip bones into the floor. Beautiful work. Good. Coming back to center, we're going to gently bend this right knee. Now, if you like, you can also just grab onto the outside edge of the foot for your half happy baby. My thigh is coming to the outside of my rib cage here. And again, I'm keeping my low back nice and flat to the ground. My left big toe is pointing to the sky. It's not just rolled and flopped outwards. If this feels good for you, feel free to stay here. If instead you'd like to just make it a bit more interesting, you can bend that left leg. place the left foot midline with the body and let the left knee fall out to the side. I like to place my left hand on that inner thigh just to act as a gentle traction or weight, just to help me get a bit deeper. Beautiful work. Just holding it for a breath. Lovely. Now from here, I'm going to bring my left knee back up. I'm going to extend that left leg long. I'm going to support my right leg here, but grab onto my strap and try to straighten my leg out to the side. So my leg is going diagonally away from me. If you can reach that right elbow to the floor, go for it and just lengthen through the strap here. Make sure that you're keeping this left leg pointing up. Our hips are firmly rooted to the floor so they're not rolling over. And we're just getting a nice stretch all through that inner groin, inner hamstring, our adductors, which are the inner thigh muscles. I'm gently rotating. Oh, hi, bug. Shoo. Don't sting me. Cute little wasp just went on my foot. Good. Gently rotating my toes and kneecap towards the floor. Beautiful. Slowly coming back to center here. Releasing the strap. Draw that right knee over to the chest. Bring it across your body. As you bring it across, take your bottom hip and just shimmy it slightly underneath you so that your hips are stacked. Try to keep your back shoulder to the ground. I like to cactus that arm and then gently bring your knee down towards the floor. You can always prop yourself up with a little pillow or anything like you might need under your knee just to help yourself reach the ground. And just slowing everything down. Taking some nice, slow, deep, cleansing breaths. Maybe you can inhale for a count of 3, 4. And can you exhale for a couple counts longer, just slowing everything down. Beautiful. When you're ready, we come back to center. We're going to stay with this right leg. We're going to reach that leg long, turn the toes to the outside, keep that ankle flexed, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Now, if this feels like it's good for you, you can actually just try to engage through that right glute to push your right knee away from you. If instead you'd like to add to it, draw the legs inwards, but keep your low back heavy to the floor. These are some of my favorite stretches to start the day, to start the morning. They feel so good. I'm going to take my left elbow, bring it out to the side, gently rock my body over to the left. Keep pushing that right knee away from you. And just slowing everything down. And release. Beautiful. Other side, we're going to reach that right leg long. Place the strap over your left foot. And just start to reach it up. Sometimes I like to also kind of bend and straighten the leg. Kind of like a little flossing for that hamstring, for your sciatic nerve. Make sure with the right knee and right toe, they are pointed to the sky. And when you're ready, just gently add a very slight sway from side to side. I like to think about keeping a soft bend through the knee. That way I can keep a bit of engagement through the hamstring, through the quads, and it just feels a bit more protective for the connective tissue in the backs of my knees. Beautiful. My pelvis is anchored to the ground. I'm not rocking side to side with the rest of my body. It is just that left leg. I like to imagine it's almost like a beautiful, tall cedar tree swaying in the wind. We have so many gorgeous old growth cedars on the island. Well, so many. I mean, unfortunately, many have been cut down, but there are a few very beautiful big ones nestled away in some lovely corners. And they're just so solid and so tall and majestic. And I love watching the tips of them dance in the wind. Obviously, it takes some pretty strong wind to make them move because they are big. Beautiful work. Back to center here. Start to bend that left knee. Now, if reaching your foot feels like it's too much, just use that strap, yeah? Bring that left thigh out to the outside of the rib cage. Gorgeous. Keep that low back nice and heavy to the ground. If you like, stay there. If it feels good for you, bend that right knee midline with the body and then drop the knee out to the side. Half happy baby. Just closing your eyes, connecting to the earth beneath you. Maybe you're listening to your favorite playlist in the comfort of your own home. Maybe you can hear the song of all the beautiful birds around me and the crash of the waves. But just trying to anchor into those slow, deep, nourishing breaths. On your next exhale, bring that right knee back to center. Reach that leg long. Coming back to that strap, if you've put it aside, loop it over the left foot. Keeping that position of the happy baby. So my left thigh is to the outside of the rib cage. I'm going to gently start to straighten that leg out. I like to take my opposite arm, reach it out to the side just to help counterbalance my body, just so that I'm not flopping over to the left. My belly button and my pelvis are pointing straight to the sky. My hips are anchored to the floor. I've got a gentle bend in that left knee, and I'm trying to ever so slightly rotate the kneecap towards the ground. Beautiful. Keeping that gentle lift of the pelvic floor, gently drawing my belly button up and in, away from the pants. We'll stay here for another breath. And release back to center. Drawing that left knee into the chest. I'm going to bring my left knee across my body. My bottom hip, I'm going to gently shimmy towards you just so that my hips are stacked. My back shoulder stays to the floor. I reach my arm out behind me. And if you need to, of course, you can place a block or a pillow under that left knee. And again, I like to think about that analogy of the gum that you're pulling it along. So we're lengthening that spine, creating space through the vertebrae, space through the torso and the side body. On your next exhale, let's come back to center, reposition. Bend the right leg, left leg extends long, turn the toes to the outside, keep that ankle flexed. We cross the left ankle over the right thigh, and we engage through the left glute to push our knee away from us. Start to draw the legs into the chest, keeping the low back heavy to the floor. Feeling so good here. And maybe while we hang out in this position, if you close your eyes, maybe if you think for a moment about something you want to let go of, something in your life that's draining or feeling heavy, something that doesn't serve you anymore. Maybe with every exhale, can you think about slowly releasing it, letting it go? Maybe it's attachment to a situation or certain memories that don't serve you anymore. You've learned your lesson, but they're still weighing heavy. We're going to pop that right arm out to the side, 45 degrees, roll our body over to the right, and just land on that cute little elbow kickstand, pushing that left knee away from us, lengthening through the spine, and trying to think of not rounding the low back. So again, as if you were laying on the floor, imagine that tailbone is reaching for the mat, so that low back is nice and long. This just helps to get a deeper stretch through the glutes. One more breath here. And come back to center. Release. Beautiful. Let's reach our legs long. Reach the hands away. Wiggle the fingies, wiggle the toes. Maybe you want to roll your ankles and wrists. Opposite directions. Right on, friend. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope that you found some benefit to our movement today. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling expansive and open. Have the very best rest of your day, and I will see you soon.